So this place. So I probably just go up safe. Okay, I think this just leads to the... Wait... It might lead to an entirely different thing. Why is that glowing now? That's probably where I have to go. Shit. Okay, that leads up now. This connects to all of that down there. Okay, that's not what, like, that's for. Those are just random buildings that I can't enter. Alright, that goes back. And these two, I think, just lead together. But it might not line it up just yet until I confirm it. Unless there is just some middle random place right there. Let's see. It is a... Are you? My father hired 2 hunters, and thinking to observe, I accompanied them to the entrance of the caves. But they came running out forthwith. So I became separated from my father. But I'm sure if I wait here, one of our servants will eventually come looking for me. Alright. Alright, that links together. Then what is that upper one? Not that way. This way. Oh, you could have gotten the bow from either one of them? Alright. So no matter what way you go, you have to like, be able to see it. Quests. Of course, there's something back here. Oh, blind gun. Nice. One day we'll figure out that we can just get silence again, and I'll have the base thing rather than having to use silence gun. There's nothing here then. So, oh, this is a cave? Oh. Maybe.
Hey, you sure this rabbit hole's really the way into Arcades?
Better a hare unseen than a rat in a trap. And again, if you'd prefer to go knocking on the front gates of the city, be my guest.
But what about once we're inside? Won't the city watch find us?
We'll do what we can to blend into the crowd. Our names may be notorious, but our faces are not far known.
True, true. You're a princess and we didn't even recognize you.
I noticed.
I mentioned it, but I do genuinely find it funny. Like how Balthier is the Han Solo of this fucking game. Fran is the, for lack of a better direct comparison, the Chewbacca. Bach is, what would he be? Like, you're Ash's Leia as like the princess and the whole royal thing. What would that make Bach? Obi-Wan? I'm not sure. Because if it's Obi-Wan, that means he might die. But like, all these three are just like pretty much direct things to Star Wars for the whole story this thing's going for. But wouldn't that make Vaughn and Pinello, like the two starting characters you play with, as like R2 and C-3PO? Like, as far as the story goes, they can just leave. They are perfectly fine just leaving away, and the story would still continue on as normal, I think. They're not entirely contributing much to it, they're just tagging along for the fun of it. Vaughn to be a sky pirate and Pinello because Vaughn's going around. And that's probably the reason that I love these characters and I want to have them on the main party, because of the entire cast, they're the ones that do not need to be here for any reason.
Yeah!
Why are there zombies? And chickens. Yeah, they're literally just normal people in a group of very important ones that can fight just as good as them. There's probably a message there somewhere, I know it.
Ha!
Alright, that's not like a chest. Okay, that's a decoy again.
Yeah! Ha!
Don't set off any traps. What actually happened to the background music now that I'm noticing it? Why isn't there background music? What be that? Vaughn is basically a guy who wants revenge against the Empire for his brother's death, with Ash being a similar circumstance. While Vaughn doesn't have major story importance, there's a connection that lets him be a voice of reason to balance out the more murderous inclined Shelia. I mean, so far she's the voice of reason. Enemy bad, kill them. No, it's not to be too hasty. And then the enemy starts killing people and their own people to grow stronger. So like, so far Ash's solution would have solved it. Just saying. What is this thing? Yeah, unique. It's a weird way of thinking that he's the rational thoughts.
Ha!
When he's the one that wanted to kill more than anyone else in the beginning.
Yeah!
Her idea is to destroy Arcades with magical nukes. Yeah, she's not wrong on that. Like, sure, a lot of people that aren't exactly in on the whole conquering murder storyline so far would go down. Yes, they would be a death of a lot of innocents. At the same time, though, that nation did kind of just come in, invade, and wipe out a lot of people. I'm not saying eye for an eye, I'm just saying... Let's say the other guy's gonna do the exact same thing. I'm pretty much calling that the other guy's gonna do the exact same thing.
Yeah!
So it's more of who's gonna do it first, rather than why she wants to do it. Oh, there's a good soul ward. Let's use the key. Wait. No. No. No, you wouldn't. These guys are in the trial mode. Motherfucker. These guys in the trial mode that are just an annoying thing to make you waste time. God, I found this fight tedious. Okay, there's something beyond that? Because the trial mode was just fighting them, and that was it. When I first found them, it was tedious, my dude. Like, I did not have many remedies or gambits set up. This setup right now at least makes it a bit palatable. So imagine my frustration when they just put people to sleep and then ran around. And they put poison on everyone and then sleep and then ran around. Constantly. That's all they did. Occasionally they would slap me awake, but then they just put me to sleep again. So innocent vegetables? There is no such thing as an innocent vegetable. They are all guilty of being vegetables. Okay, actually there is side paths we can go to, but what about this middle one? I say middle when I went to fucking one anyways. I'm not good with directions. Saga moats. Alright, the other side would have just had a trap, I guess. It was a divination track that healed us, though. That's weird. Motherfucker. You would do that, game. You fucking would. Alright, that's not like a downstairs thing. That's just a drop to die thing. Adventure bound for the capital. It would seem he didn't make it. I was like, someone's unnecessary for 100% completion. Thank God I don't care about 100% completion, my good man. Yeah, like, I don't know why I would use summons, honestly. They're not needed at all. Eludus Death God, how's it going? Question? What question?
Yeah.
What's the point of try mode? To break things fast. And furthermore, that's the reason it exists. It is a mode that you can use to just get items early, to farm a lot of... That's the thing, not to level up. You don't get experience in trial mode, but you gain license points, which is arguably, in my opinion, better than experience, because experience gives you HP and MP, that's it. Whereas license points gives you that and far more if you just go down the right path.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it means trial mode for 12, because that's what I'm playing. If it's 14, I've actually never played 14. I've tried it a couple of times, and I just could not get into it. I tried 14, like, I think 2 times. It was boring. My friends did not want to play with me, and, like, I just could not get over how tedious it was. I constantly was told how fun the game was, but also how much not fun I was going to be having for, like, the first, like, what, 15, 20 hours.
Yeah.
I thought about giving it a shot again since they apparently rebooted it the entire game since I last played it, but, like, I don't know. I'm still going to, like, have that negative vibe because of that first experience and just sort of, like, do what I've done for other games. Try to make myself enjoy it, and that might just make it worse. Where am I going? There are multiple paths. You made the dumb decision to play. No, actually, it's not a dumb decision. If you enjoy the game, enjoy it. That's the point of games. You're being torn by Horizon Zero Dawn and Zodiac Sign? Nice. It's a good decision to have. I personally never played Horizon Dawn. My roommate has, and he fucking loved it. I'm like 70% in the game. Really? How you liking it so far, man? Because I'm tempted to play it, but I just have no one to play it with. For me, MMOs are a big thing about, like, social, community, fun stuff. But if I'm the only one playing on my own off time, then, like, it's not going to be that fun. Alright, you can go back to all these. Good. That's a good way to sell the game to someone. How's the good of the game? What a great start to the sales pitch. Yeah. Like, there's one like glowing praise I hear about the game is the story. And it's a good story, but it takes a while to build it up. And it's water! Go through the water! You don't play with people. Most of the content is solo, walking from place A to place B to watch cutscenes for multiple hours, and 1 or 2 fights in between. You see, like, that's what I remember. A lot of fetch quests, a lot of them not engaging, and just sort of me trying to figure out what is this thing I'm getting over my head. Fuck. Wayfarer traveling the road to Arcades. A pilgrim's door holds not for you. That way lie trouble and confusion. You who are yet drawn to the pilgrim's door, journey heaven and earth and in search for the heart, and you will surely reach it. For the heart. Is there some visual marker then? As I can tell, currently it's just a question of left or right. Right's always right, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the expansion, we have something really cool. Oh yeah, probably. But like another thing that I hear a lot of is that in order to understand the game, and I'm pretty sure it was made as a joke, you need to understand the politics of the world, which sounds like a slap in the face, but I'm not sure, genuinely. Like, I asked the dude, so what do you mean by politics? Do you mean I am the Senate politics from Star Wars, or do you mean reading tax law politics? The most boring shit you can do. Hey, this is a fucking spider web. Oh, you still can't do anything. I need to find a way to turn off the water, I guess. Oh my fucking god, this game has a water temple! Alright, this one goes this way. Will that be no water needed? Alright, no water needed for the moment. And this is to go back this way for item, not sure why, but we're gonna see. Spell mote and a map. There you go. Wait, you won't see Bravely Default level of character dumbness, but no real political genius that you can't comprehend the story without being a master in 5D chess with time travel and multiverse. Oh, so the game has time travel and multiverse. Yeah, that sounds intimidating. By the way, Reb, one of the recurring antagonists in Final Fantasy XIV is based on Vayne Solador. Granted, his personality is different, but I do not know who that is. At least the name is not ringing a bell right now. You don't remember me? Probably not. You should have at the start. You think I remember the beginning of this game? No! One part is just too boring for me and still understood the plot pretty perfectly. Nice. That's a good way to know about the story. You can skip cutscenes and it still makes sense. Or that what you were watching was not even needed at all and it's just fat to be trimmed. I'm not sure, genuinely. How's it going, Sir Lizard? Welcome. We're having a bit of a tangent on Vayne is Lars' brother, older brother. Sounds like someone that was in the part of the story and then just never prominent enough to be cared about. For all I know, he's probably the main big bad antagonist, but I just legitimately don't remember. And obviously my bias. The most engaging part for me was when they used the "this is totally not Gundam" moment, like Char Anfang being one character and then he becomes totally not Quattro. I do not know those names, but I assume it's Gundam, and therefore you liked it.
Yeah.
And these guys are also in trial mode. Like those big guys. Okay, I'm not sure if this is a maze or it's supposed to be like a you can fight a lot of enemies if you want thing. Or maybe there's some hidden items that just can be found. Like a high potion. So this entire area is like something you can find in trial mode.
Yeah.
And I guess another thing that I really do not want to try on with Final Fantasy 14 is... Hold on, we got a story going. This motherfucker, I remember you. Also in trial mode.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not the summon, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, let me make sure I have this equipped then.
Yeah.
Sky Joe and a pinch of death powder. Alright. Now back to being hasty. Yep, he spawned a lot of him. Motherfucker and his clones. Alright, where are the chests that I saw around here? An elixir. Tuft of Phoenix down. Kira Moat. And... Bubble Moat. Wait, there's... Not this way. There's a room right over there. Ah. Oh, didn't even notice these things right here. High potion. High potion. The abortion is just quite literally just quote-unquote just raiding for 100+ hours. I'm not sure. Like, I have a negative impression of the game for the moment based on me playing apparently what I have here is called 1.0. But also just like the model of the game so far is not one I'm a fan of, and I don't want to get into. In that, like, I don't want to buy a game and have to pay to play it as well. I just dislike that practice. Your heart holds not for you. That way lie trouble confusion. Okay, so we can't go here yet. But there is something here that might lead to that room. But for the moment, we can't see it. Or we can't just go there. step on that, please. Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's apparently a hallway going down here for nothing, so I want to see what they're hiding. At least something. High potion and just a water source, I think. This hook is just here for nothing, I guess. Alright, there it is. Teleporting save points. And I think it's this one.